could America's revolutionary Manta Ray, a stealthy, unmanned underwater vehicle straight out of science fiction, outsmart, outmaneuver, and overpower China's formidable nuclear submarines in a high-stakes showdown beneath the waves. On one side, the DARPA-born Predator, now advancing toward real-world operations after full-scale tests in 2024. On the other, subs like the noisy Type 093 or the developing Type 095, patrolling the contested waters of the South China Sea. By the end, one will dominate the depths in our simulated battle. But which? Today, we dive deep into this hypothetical battle, exploring tech, tactics, and what could tip the scales. Stick around for a simulated one-on-one confrontation that might just change how you see undersea warfare forever. Let's start with the star of the show, the Manta Ray. Developed under DARPA's ambitious program since the early 2020s, this extra-large unmanned underwater vehicle, or UUV, is built by Northrop Grumman. It's not just a drone, it's a game-changer for persistent ocean operations. Picture this: a massive, ray-shaped craft that's modular, meaning it ships in pieces across the country or globe, assembles quickly in the field, and deploys without tying up precious naval piers. In 2024, off the coast of Southern California, at Naval Base Ventura County Point Mugu Sea Range, the prototype completed full-scale in-water tests, demonstrating propulsion, steering, and readiness for operations. It nailed killer hydrodynamic performance, gliding silently using buoyancy, propellers, and control surfaces. No need for constant propulsion. It harvests energy from ocean currents and thermal gradients, allowing months-long patrols without resurfacing or human intervention. And get this, it can hibernate on the seafloor, lying in wait like a predator, conserving power until it's time to strike. But here's a question. Could this energy-harvesting edge let the Manta outlast a Chinese sub's reactor? Or will the sub's raw power overwhelm it? Size-wise, it's colossal. Think wingspan wider than a fighter jet, with multiple payload bays for everything from sensors to weapons. This isn't some toy. It's designed for real-world ops in dynamic maritime environments, from surveillance to direct engagement. Now, why is the Manta Ray a nightmare for enemy subs? It's built for anti-submarine warfare, or ASW. Its low-signature buoyancy gliding makes it nearly invisible to sonar. Minimal noise, no electromagnetic emissions when hibernating. It can shadow targets from afar, detecting acoustic signatures with advanced sensors. Equipped with payload bays, it could carry torpedoes, jammers to disrupt communications, or even deploy swarms of smaller drones to overwhelm defenses. In autonomous mode, it operates with zero human oversight, using AI to classify threats and respond. Against noisy foes, it exploits every gap. Long-range endurance means it can patrol vast areas like the Indo-Pacific without logistics support. It communicates via data bubbles, popping up info packets to satellites or nearby assets, without giving away its position. This could automate responses to submarine threats, turning the ocean into a no-go zone for adversaries. Don't just take my word for it. Dr. Kyle Werner, DARPA's program manager for Manta Ray, said, "Our successful, full-scale Manta Ray testing validates the vehicle's readiness to advance toward real-world operations after being rapidly assembled in the field from modular subsections. The combination of cross-country modular transportation, in-field assembly, and subsequent deployment demonstrates a first-of-kind capability for an extra-large UUV." On the flip side, China's People's Liberation Army Navy, or PLAN, boasts a growing fleet. The Type 093 Shang class is their workhorse nuclear attack sub. Commissioned in the 2000s, it's got range and firepower, But one big flaw: noise. Clocking in around 110 decibels, it's like an underwater orchestra compared to quieter US subs. The upgraded Type 095 SWE class, with at least 2 hulls launched by mid-2025 at Huludao Shipyard amid accelerating undersea buildup, improves on this with pump jet propulsion for reduced noise, vertical launch tubes for missiles, and a more advanced reactor. But even then, it's not whispering like America's Virginia class at under 100 decibels. One thing the Type 095's missile tubes could do might just stop the Manta in its tracks. Keep watching to see if that's enough. These subs patrol key areas, from the South China Sea to the Indian Ocean, carrying torpedoes, cruise missiles, and in some cases, nuclear payloads. They're fast and lethal, but vulnerabilities persist, especially to persistent surveillance. That said, in a real-life conflict, this could be a toss-up. The manned Chinese subs have advantages like human crews, making split-second decisions in unpredictable scenarios, where AI might falter, and heavier armaments allowing them to unleash a barrage of torpedoes or missiles that could overwhelm a single UUV if detected early with active sonar or countermeasures. Chinese officers admit it themselves. Their subs are vulnerable. In a 2023 military journal, 3 plan officers revealed that peacetime ops have an extremely high chance of detection when leaving port, and a fairly high probability of interception in near seas due to U.S. undersea surveillance, including UUVs. But what if these admissions hide a countermeasure that could flip the script on the Manta Ray? The Manta Ray exploits this ruthlessly. Its stealth lets it shadow noisy Type 093s undetected, jamming comms or relaying positions for strikes. Against the quieter Type 095, it could use swarms or long-endurance patrols to wear down defenses, exploiting gaps in China's anti-UUV tech like limited deep-sea countermeasures. Todd Levitt, Vice President of Advanced Maritime Systems at Northrop Grumman, puts it perfectly. Manta Ray will provide payload capability from the sea, making it a critical component of subsea warfare and the DoD's Joint All-Domain Command and Control vision. Now, the moment you've waited for. A hypothetical one-on-one in the Taiwan Strait. A lone Type 093 sub sneaks through, hunting U.S. assets. But lurking below? A deployed Manta Ray, hibernating on the seafloor. Scenario 1, detection phase. The sub's 110 decibel rumble wakes the Manta. It glides silently, using passive sensors to pinpoint the acoustic signature from miles away. No ping needed. It's invisible. Scenario 2, shadowing. For hours, the Manta trails, jamming the sub's comms with electronic warfare payloads. The Type 093 crew panics, unaware of the ghost behind them. Scenario 3, engagement. If escalation hits, the Manta deploys a torpedo from its bay or calls in a swarm of mini-drones to overwhelm sonar and defenses. The sub fires countermeasures, but the Manta's autonomy dodges, striking vital spots decisively. In this simulation, the Ray emerges as the clear winner, disabling the sub with a precise, undetected strike that floods its compartments and sends it to the bottom, proving stealth and endurance trump raw power. Circumstances for Manta victory. In open waters with no support, the Ray wins through stealth and endurance, especially against noisier Type 093s. If the sub's noisy props give it away early, or if China's anti-UUV nets fail in deep sea, the Manta's energy efficiency lets it outlast and outmaneuver. Against a Type 095, victory if the Ray deploys swarms or exploits comms gaps before the sub goes silent. But remember, this is hypothetical. Real war adds variables like fleets and countermeasures. A victory like this for the Manta Ray could revolutionize ocean warfare, ushering in an era where unmanned systems dominate, reducing human casualties and enabling scalable, cost-effective patrols that deter aggression across vast seas. For China, a loss like this would expose critical vulnerabilities in their subfleet, potentially emboldening rivals in contested regions and forcing a massive overhaul of their naval strategy to counter the rise of autonomous threats. In this underwater arms race, the Manta Ray could reign supreme, reshaping naval power. But as tech evolves, so do threats. What do you think? Manta victory or sub-surprise? Let us know who your winner would be and why in the comments. Subscribe for more deep dives into military tech, hit the bell, and check the description for sources. Thanks for watching. See you in the depths.